come to our breath to start. We're going to start with some breathing technique. We're going to start with square breath. So square breath is a form of guided imagery, and it's also a breath work. And it helps us to regulate our nervous system. It helps to deactivate the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight, and it helps to activate the rest and digest. So we are going to activate the part of our nervous system where we can regulate. And this breath can be used just one round, quick. And this breath can be used if you want to sit in meditation for a longer period of time. And so what I'd like you to do is sit up tall. Draw the shoulders back, down and away. Gaze down towards the mat or close your eyes. Allow the gaze to be soft even if the eyes are closed. So release any tension from your jaw, unclench your teeth. Relax your eyelids. And take a few inhales and exhales. Now imagine in your mind's eye the square, the box breathing. It can be any size, any color, and anywhere in space as long as it's a square and all the sides are equal. We breathe up one side, hold at the corners, down the other side, hold at the corner, inhale and exhale. So it's just like around the box, and we breathe as we go around the box. So starting at whatever corner you want, going in whatever direction you want, imagine this square in your mind, this box. Let's just go one time together around the box. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And now at your pace, move around the box. Let the breaths be as slow or as quick as you need, but just make sure they're the same. So the inhale equals the exhale. If you'd like, you can count so that you make sure you're equal inhale and exhale. And so let's go around 2 more times at your pace. And after 2 times, open your eyes back up. And come right back to this moment here, sitting up as tall as you can with a long spine. Setting an intention for your practice. Maybe you're sending out a larger intention to the world. There's a lot going on around us and in us. Let's just begin to sway from side to side, allowing yourself to almost be like a tree in the wind. The trunk of your tree is rooted into the earth, but as the wind blows, it bends and sways. And then let's go ahead and take some big circles, see the dancing lion around your mat. And in the other direction. The next inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky and take a twist to the right. Looking over your shoulders, sitting up tall and breathing. Inhale again. And exhale, twist. Other side. Back to center. Tabletop. Go ahead and take some cat and cow breath. Inhaling, letting the belly drop, and exhale, round and curl. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Tuck your toes, floating tabletop. Lift the knees up off the earth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Breathe into that space in the down dog. Maybe paddle out your feet, bending into one and then into the other side. Coming up on all 10 tiptoes. Pressing back and away. Finding some organic movement, maybe dropping the heels for one side and then the other. So some organic movement here in the downward facing dog. And then walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. And inhale, rise. And hands to heart center. Hands down to your sides. So today's class will be a little bit different. We're not going to do very many vinyasas. It's going to be more of a just a back and forth kind of flow. So I want you to, if you want to add more, you can add some vinyasa or push-ups, or you can stay right with me, whatever works. So this is a more of a balance and a side-to-side class than a vinyasa flow class. So let's start with tree pose. Standing on the right leg, bring the left knee up to your chest. Turning this into tree pose on the left side, finding balance and stability. Eye gaze is at the top of your mat, it's your drishti, your gazing point. Hands come to heart center, press energy between the palms, tent the fingers, and really feel the energy through the entire body. If you start to wobble over or come out, that's okay, just come right back in. And we're gonna hold this for 15. So go ahead and count in your head. And then step down. Go ahead and maybe shake it out a little bit. Now here's the part, if you wanted to level up, you could do vinyasa here or take some push-ups here. So it really depends on what you're looking for this afternoon in your practice. It's up to you, yogis. Make it your own. And then we'll find ourselves in tree on the other side, standing on the left leg. The right knee comes up, turning this into tree pose on the right side. Once again for 15 count. And we come back to standing. Once again, optional vinyasa or push-ups here. Standing on the right leg, bring left knee to chest. Kick it straight out in front of you. And then sweep it back, warrior three. Once again, count it out for 15, 14, 13, 12, and then stand tall. Go ahead and move, shake, or vinyasa. Coming back to the breath. Standing on the left leg. The right knee comes up. Send the right toes forward. And then sweep it back. Warrior three. Count it out for 15. Release. Shake it out, move around, or vinyasa or push-ups. Moving to the top of your mat, sit back, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step the left foot back, low lunge. Walk your fingers and toes in one line. Come up on your fingertips. Lift your chin up. Lunge. Left hand stays down. Right hand comes up for lunge twist to the right side. Look toward your hand. Gently release the right hand and release the left knee, sinking into front hip flexor. Beautiful. Let's rock back to half split and linger here for a breath or two. Come forward again. And let's do this rock back and forth a few times until maybe you feel comfortable to come into full split, or maybe you feel comfortable taking a deeper half split. So at your pace, we want to work the back of the hamstring and the front of the hip flexor. Beautiful. Stay with it until you feel ready or not ready for the split. And then we'll stand to the right leg, standing split, lift the left leg up. Balancing standing split, right hand behind right leg, left toes to sky. And let's release that foot and heel toe your feet out for a squat. Option to sit on a block or sit on the floor. If you'd like to take a crow pose, this is an option for a crow balance, or crane. Crane is straighter arms. And if you're not, then just stay here and squat in a meditative place, maybe practicing gratitude. Option to jump back in vinyasa if you're leveling up today, yogis. And if not, we're just going to come up to forward fold. We'll all meet there eventually. Heel to your feet back together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sit back, meet in chair pose, Utkatasana. Beautiful. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step the right foot back, low lunge. Help your foot and fingers come in alignment. Come up on your fingertips. Left hand reaches for hip or for sky, and we twist. Release the hand down, release the back knee down, and do those forward and back motions, getting into the hamstring when we sit back in half splits, and the psoas hip flexor when we come forward for runner's lunge. And we do that a few times, back and forth. Maybe you'll be ready to take the full split, maybe not. Maybe you linger in the place that just feels the best for you. Slide forward either into the full split, or maybe you take the standing split, fingers in line with toes, lift the back leg up. You could even do this supported, or you can take this into balance. Both hands are one hand behind the left leg. I'm going to keep my hands down today. Option to jump up into handstand here if that's in your practice, and if not, we're going to forward fold and meet in mountain pose. So maybe you take yourself to the wall and practice your handstands now, or maybe you just stand tall, practicing gratitude. There's always an option to bring in whatever your practice that you like and that you'd like to do. Standing on the right leg, let's bring the left knee to chest. Right hand wraps around the outside edge of your leg and pull it up. The left hand reaches behind you. We either stay here or slide the hand for the foot. And take Dancing Shiva. So that either the foot is outstretched or you're outside the edge of the knee. And we breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step down. Optional vinyasa. I'm going to take it just because I feel like I would like to clean the slate, but you don't need to. Meeting back at the top of your mat. Let's all take a supported back bend. Try to point your fingers up, drawing the shoulders and elbows together. Look up, and then go ahead and fall back as much as you can comfortably. And you don't need to let the head drop back if it hurts your neck. You can keep the chin tucked. And then standing tall again. This time we take the right knee to the chest. The left hand reaches around the outside edge, hook it up there, and then the right hand reaches behind you, dancing Shiva. If you like, you can reach the hand to foot and stretch it out. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and go ahead and shake that out too. Nice. Standing at the top of your mat again, left knee comes to chest, step back, crescent lunge. Reach the hands up for crescent lunge. Open the chest and heart. Spin the back heel down and cartwheel open, warrior two. Reach out and exalt, exalted warrior. Back to warrior two, stay low, knee over ankle. Side angle pose, hand to ankle or earth or elbow to thigh. Side angle pose can also become a bind. If you like, you can take bird of paradise into your lamba or skip the bind altogether. From here, we'll take one more exalted warrior, staying low in the knee, in the leg rather, so the knee's over the ankle, and we reach back for exalted warrior, and then back to the warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, lizard lunge. Walk your foot all the way out to the edge of your mat, and then tap your back knee down. Option here for an arm balance if you take one, or maybe you just want to coax that leg open, or you can even reach the back foot for a quad stretch. Yogi's choice here too. Walk your foot back to center, coming into half moon. It's a difficult transition. The hand comes out past the foot and we kick up and open half moon. Beautiful. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Peace sign fingers grip the toes. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, elbows out, chest to thighs, forward fold. Another option for a second round of crow, jump backs, vinyasa, or just stay here in forward fold for as long as it feels good. And then we'll meet in standing mountain pose, top of your mat. So you do whatever it is that you'd like to do now. I'm going to take a little crow, I think. Just a little. And stand up tall. Standing on the left leg, bring the right knee to chest. Step back, crescent lunge, high lunge. Spin the back heel and open up warrior two. Reach forward and now exalt, exalted warrior. Keep tracking this knee over the big toe, knee over ankle, and exalt your warrior. Breathing in and out. And elbow to knee, side angle pose. Or a bind of your choice. Exalt warrior again, stay in the knee, stay low here, breathe. Cartwheel the hands down, lizard lunge. Walk your foot out to the edge of your mat and take the back knee down. Maybe take a quad stretch or maybe an arm balance or anything else that feels good for you. If you can, maybe come down lower onto the elbows. And let's gently bring this foot to center. Right hand down first to get stability. Left hand reaches out in front of the left foot, and then lift the right hand up and the right foot up for half moon. Release, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk back to plank. Side plank, Vashisthasana, right hand moves to center, open up, side plank. Option to lift the leg or take the knee down, level up or down. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa, I'm going to take it. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Moving forward to plank again, left side plank. I'll take the knee down, you don't have to. And we open up side plank. Again, yogi's choice. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, plank again, downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky, open hip on hip. Find lots of opening and space. And then bring the right knee behind the right wrist and drop in, pigeon pose. So we want to try to get the shin parallel to the top of our mat, and we want our hips squared off. Sit up tall first, and then go ahead and start to crawl yourself down to sleeping pigeon. Continue to breathe here in this space. So even though we're not doing a vinyasa flow, you might feel your heart rate elevated and your pulse and your respirations. And so let's just calm down here in this posture. Perhaps you'd like to take a quad stretch or a mermaid here. So a quad stretch, we would just lift the back foot. I'm going to turn to the side. Lift it up and take the quad stretch. Maybe you have a lot of flexibility and you want to reach the foot to the back of your head. I don't have that kind of flexibility. Or maybe you like to take mermaid pose, taking the elbow crook to the foot and reaching for mermaid. So a lot of choices in pigeon. Let's re-engage the three-legged dog. So we'll kick the right leg back up and open. And then place it back down, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa here. Take it if you want it. If not, don't. And then the left leg comes up. Open hip on hip. Find space and mobility. And then the left knee behind the left wrist, left foot behind the right wrist, pigeon on the left side. Slide back, lift the heart, and then settle down. If you took the quad stretch of the mermaid, do it again, or at least try on the other side. Beautiful. And instead of vinyasa out of this, we're going to just swing that back leg up and around and take a little egg pose, hugging everything in, maybe a little cat stretch here too. Release both feet in front of you, curl your toes in, remove some flesh, and you sit up tall. Reach like you want to hold my hands, maybe catch your toes, lift your chin up, and bring your chest low. Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Bringing the knees back up, hip distance apart. Go ahead and lower down to your back, taking our back bend. 2 bridges or 1 bridge and 1 wheel. Go down nice and slow. And maybe just lift up nice and easy. Make sure the chin is off the chest. Maybe the hands interlace and roll to the outside edges as you lift the chin and the hips and the heart. Bridge pose. Release. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then 1 more bridge or a full wheel back bend. The full wheel back bend, the hands would come right by your shoulders and you would press up. I can't do that, I have a shoulder injury. So I will be doing another bridge pose, lifting up. And release. 1 last hip opener, feet together, knees apart, bound angle posture. Supta Baddha Konasana, we're reclining bound angle. If this isn't comfortable for your hips or just in general, you can leave your legs straight out. And let's come up for about 20 crunches here. Why not? We're here. Release and windshield wiper your knees from side to side, enjoying a little bit of a spinal twist. Finishing rolled over onto your right side in fetal position or on your back. So go ahead and get yourself into a comfortable spot to finish our practice. Come back to the breath, come back to yourself. Nice, slow, steady, easy breath here. Releasing any tension that may have creeped into the body. And also anything that may be left over that we weren't able to move out from our practice. Today's reading is about loving yourself will make everything better. Do you sometimes feel powerless? Do you sometimes have a circumstance take a turn you don't like? Do you ever feel like there's nothing you can do to make today better? One power that's always available to you is the power to love yourself. Sometimes we feel powerless. We have circumstances in our lives we simply can't change, no matter what we do to create something different or to move the situation along. Sometimes we can't get another person to behave differently. We can't seem to change something at our job that needs to be fixed or changed. Sometimes life just doesn't seem to go our way. And it's not that we're doing anything wrong. We aren't even off our path or neglecting a lesson. The energy of these times in our lives can be frustrating. There's no action we can take to change our circumstances sometimes. All we can do is surrender, to accept what's happening, and to stay in the moment. During these times, there is one action that we can do that will help. We can love ourselves. When we can't do anything about the world around us, when we can't even seem to do much about ourselves, we can always, always love ourselves. When all our other powers sometimes seem stripped away, we can practice the power of self-love. It's the one power, yogis, that no one can take away from you. Self-love will always make things better, and perhaps when a difficult time is past, you'll look back and say, that's what I really was learning all along. The ever-present healing power of learning to love myself. Yogis, I invite you to stay as long as it's comfortable for you to stay here in this reclined position. If you are finished with practice, it's always my pleasure. From my heart to yours, namaste.